What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I have a super hot topic about PSA that I really want to talk about, inform you guys, and simply get off my chest because this is something that has seriously impacted the sports card hobby one way or the other, and I want to discuss it. So let's get into it. So throughout this video, I'm going to be looking at my computer a lot because I have all the data, all the evidence, and everything I need for this discussion video down at my screen. So if you see me looking down, no need to fear. I will have everything covered with B-roll from that I'm talking about into the final product, the video that you guys are seeing. So let's just dive right into it. And this hot topic I want to talk about is just simply PSA and their turnaround times. So I ran two separate polls, one on my Instagram at Murph's Card Town and one on a Facebook group that I'm in. And I simply asked the question, why do you like PSA? And for both polls, I had 4 answers. I actually like their slabs, their resale value, I like their submission price, I don't like PSA. Now, the one on my Instagram had 33 respondents, 5 that said I actually like their slabs, 1 said I like their submission price, 20 the resale value, and 7, I don't like PSA. Now on the Facebook group that I'm in, now this is from 58 respondents. 17 people said, I actually like their slabs. 69% said resale value. 12% said, I don't like PSA. And only 2% said, I like their submission price. So that brings me to my next point, and that is PSA's grading prices. Now, throughout this entire video, I'm going to mainly focus on their 4 main or 4 popular grading prices: the special, the value, the economy, and the regular. I don't really care about the Super Express or the Express at $300 and $150 a card respectively. You guys can do your own research on your own time. Me personally, I'm not sending a card out for $300 nor $100 and $150. Just makes no sense to me. The turnaround time is, great on that. And unless you have a $1,000 card that you need to submit to them, makes absolutely no sense. So their regular is $100 a card with a 15 to 30 day turnaround time. Their economy is $50 a card with 45 to 90 day turnaround time. The value is $30 a card with the estimated turnaround time 90 to 120 days. And the special is $18 a card, and that is 150 day turnaround time. Now the special and the value are both locked to only PSA members only, so you have to have their subscription, which is a $100 or $99 value actually. Or what they're doing for the nationals at the end of the month is they're having their special there that you can submit cards to them for that $18 price point. This is a post from PSA a couple of weeks ago, and their caption says, "Your feedback matters to us. Following initial response, the Collectors Club exclusive value service level now features no year restrictions on new orders." And you'll be able to see the picture here as well that I'm talking about. It says value service level now fully open. No year restriction, no card minimums, $30 a card, cards only, $499 declared value, Collectors Club members only, 120 day estimated turnaround time. Estimated turnaround times are estimates only and not guaranteed. And whenever I talk about turnaround times in this video, guys, please note that these are not guaranteed and they only refer to business days, Monday to Friday. So Saturdays and Sundays do not count when discussing turnaround times. Now, this is great, $30 a card, that's fantastic, but 120 day turnaround time, 4 months, guys. You're not seeing your cards until Thanksgiving. Not guaranteed. Now, this is something I didn't dig for. This is just something that happened to be under the comments for this Instagram post by PSA, and I think they're all hilarious. BC_collect says, still waiting for my 45-day submission from 2 years ago. CHRLS_R, how about you grade my cards for March 2020? Chris FL_cards, my feedback is that it's painfully obvious that PSA grades cards differently based on who submits them. I think that's very true. They probably see, I I don't want to put anybody on blast here. That's not the point of this video. But let's say sports card guy with the famous YouTube channel, get his cards through. Sports card guy with this many subscribers on YouTube, get his cards through. I mean, these people are waiting 2 years from March 2020, 2 years ago, for their cards to get graded. Like, that is just completely unacceptable. Meanwhile, PSA is boasting about opening up value service level grading, which that's good for them. Don't get me wrong, but again, estimated turnaround times not guaranteed. And I think the comments are true, sadly, and also hilarious. So I want to get into something I really want to discuss about here. And again, I don't care about the $150. I don't care about the $300. I only care about the $100, $50, $30, and the $18 that they charge for their grading services. So I want to focus on the $100 right now. And as a quick disclaimer, shipping window is usually and only business days. So keep that in mind when I talk about shipping. At $100 per card, and we're going to see this throughout all the different service levels, I have highlighted if you were to submit your cards on May 1st, June 1st, July 1st, August 1st, September 1st. So just the first of the month, past couple months, current month, and the next couple months ahead, just to give you a good idea of what these turnaround times do look like. So minimum cards to send out at $100, there is no minimum. The declared value is $1,499, and the turnaround time is 15 to 30 days. If you sent your cards in on July 1st, should have it back fairly soon. I mean, today's the July 18th, but the window is from the 16th to the 31st. If you submit your cards on August 1st, you'll get them back the 16th to the 31st, and then September 1st from the 16th of September to October 1st. So again, that is a 15 to 30 day turnaround time. Again, only business days. And we saw from the Instagram post that these people are waiting 2 years. So how true are these $100 turnaround times? I don't know. But let's look at the $50 a card here. Again, May 1st, June, 3rd, July, August, September 1st. No minimum amount of cards that you need to send out. The max declared value is $999. The estimated turnaround time is 45 to 90 days. So if you sent your cards out on May 1st, you should expect your cards to return from June 14th to July 31st. So you either have or you're still waiting for your cards. If you submit your cards on June 1st, you're going to be maybe receiving them now, but the ETA window is July 18th to August 30th, July 1st, August 15th to September 29th, August 1st, September 14th to October 30th, September 1st to October 15th to November 30th. Again, after Thanksgiving, if you submit your cards on September 1st at $50 a card. There is a reason why I'm throwing all these numbers at you guys. There is a bigger point here. Just stay with me. I want to go over the necessary information and what we have to work with currently with PSA. So just give me a minute here. I'll get to the nitty gritty. If you want to pay $30 a card, you can submit your cards to PSA, but you have to have the PSA subscription, which is exclusive to members only, which is $99 value. The max declared value is $499. The turnaround time is 90 to 120 days. And if you submit your cards on May 1st, you won't see them back till July 31st to August 29th. So you're still going to be waiting for your cards. You're still waiting for your cards. June 1st, expected back August 30th to September 29th. July 1st, expected back September 29th to October 29th. August 1st, expected back by October 30th to November 29th. And September 1st, November 30th to December 30th, which is after Christmas, is when you can expect your cards to be back. So the turnaround time is getting pretty large, and I have a lot of information that you guys might like about that turnaround time. $18 per card, again, only available to PSA subscribers, which is a $99 value, or if you submit to them on site at the 2020 Sports Card Nationals. But you need to have a minimum of 20 cards if you want to capitalize on this $18 per card value. The max declared value is $199. The turnaround time is 150 days. And if you submit your cards on May 1st, obviously this wasn't a deal at the time, but let's just use it for a window. You're still waiting on your cards, as you can expect it back on September 28th. June 1st, you wouldn't see it back till October 29th. July 1st, November 28th. August 1st, if you send them out, you'll expect it back December 29th. And if you send your cards out on September 1st, you won't see it back until 2023 on January 29th. So just to really put PSA turnaround times in perspective, I appreciate you guys waiting and, just taking in and soaking in this information, because there is a bigger point to this. The point I would like to address right now is, okay, August 1st. Let's just use August 1st as an example. 150-day turnaround time at $18 per card. That $18 price point is fantastic. That's what TGA does. That's what I boast about with their grading here at the shop. But $18 a card, you're not going to see it back for 150 days. You're waiting until after Christmas. Again, that is an estimate. That does not include Saturdays and Sundays. So what is the realistic turnaround time? Maybe February. I mean, again, we saw those people waiting 2 years from March of 2020 and summer of 2020, still waiting on their submissions, which were 45-day submissions, 90-day submissions maybe. Let's talk about the NFL season coming up, because everybody is invested in NFL players one way or the other. Quarterback, running backs, receivers, whatever, right? So I just want to quickly break down a few notable NFL injuries that have been sustained in or before season in just a few recent years, right? Now, people are invested in these players one way or the other. So that's why there's an abundance of different players on this list. So let's just break it down real quick. Travis Etienne, Cam Akers, Marlon Mack, Cortland Sutton, Jameis Winston, Julian Edelman, Curtis Samuel, Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley, Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, Ben Roethlisberger, Cam Newton, Zach Wilson, Jimmy Garoppolo, Rob Gronkowski, Dalvin Cook, and Deshaun Watson are all players that have sustained injuries within recent years who people are invested in some capacity, but these are players that have sustained injuries in or before the start of the season. And I have Deshaun Watson on this list because he was a DNP in 2021 due to a non-injury related reason. Obviously, we can kind of figure that out as he may miss time in 2022, but that's neither here nor there. And again, people in some fashion are invested in all of these players that I mentioned, and injuries are part of sports, football especially. And when you have a card that you love, a PSA 10, or I should say a Prism rookie of whoever, and you want to submit it to PSA to get a PSA 10 or hopes for one, but the card's not coming back for 3, 4, 5, 6 months, that player's value could be drastically different from when you sent it. Let's just call this, I'm just using this blank notebook as a card, just for example, guys. Let's say this card is worth $100. I should probably use a real card, right? For example's sake, let's just say this Mac Jones red press proof is a $100 card. I have no idea what it is. Let's just call it a $100 card, okay? And I want to submit it to PSA at the $18 value because I'm going to submit it to them at the Sports Card National.
Ooh, wow.
First of all, I need to submit 20 in. So let's just use, 20 cards. 20 times 18, anybody got quick math on the top of their head, is $360. So if you want to submit one card at the price of $18 per card, you have to automatically pay $360. Plus you have to wait all the damn time. So let's just use $30 per card service level, right? I submit this card on August 1st. Mac Jones' value is, let's call this card a $100 card. I'm not going to see this back until October 30th to November 29th at the very least. Again, a 90 to 120 business day turnaround time probably puts this to at least Christmas, maybe the new year. What is Mac Jones' value going to look like by then? Obviously, locally, we all as Patriot fans hope that he's the best quarterback in the league. But let's just say I'm not a fan of the Patriots, or I'm an investor from, I don't know, Chicago, right? I should be investing in Justin Fields at that point. But yeah, I'm investing in Mac Jones. But what if he has a shitty season, a terrible season, or, knock on wood, he gets injured? But I'm not going to be able to do anything about that until this card comes back from grading in 4, 5, 6 months, 7 months from now. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Meanwhile, if I have this card back in a reasonable, respectable, and a faster turnaround time, I can just cut my losses and get rid of it and only lose a small margin, right? So that brings me to my ultimate point, is I came up with 3 examples of players whose value went down over the course of, say, a card being out at PSA for grading. So the first one I want to discuss is a Patrick Mahomes 2017 Optic Rated Rookie PSA 10. Let's say I was to submit this card on May 1st. And May 1st, a PSA 10 was going for $1,102.22. Now, obviously, I don't know when the card would truly come back, but let's just say it came back on July 17th, which is the last day that it sold for. That card is now a $746 card. That's a margin loss of 47.75%. Now, I do have a caveat here, is the NFL offseason has been in full swing. May 1st is after the draft. July 17th is before the NFL season. Now, I truly believe that the NFL offseason naturally brings down the value of football cards. We all know that. But I'm not going to sit here and say that the NFL offseason is dropping Patrick Mahomes, arguably the best quarterback in the league, arguably the best player that people want to invest in right now, that the offseason is going to drop his value 47, almost 48, almost 50%. Like, come on. So from May 1st, it was $1,102. July 17th, it comes back. PSA 10, let's say, yay. But now the card is a $746 card. Meanwhile, if I got this card back in a faster turnaround time, then I would be able to cut my losses in the middle of, June, and just be done with it. Anthony Edwards, 2020-21 Prism PSA 10 is my next example here. I couldn't find a sale on June 1st, so going with June 3rd, that's the next one. Sold for $199.98. July 17th last sold for $179.88. Not that much, right? That's 11% though. That's 11.17% margin loss. Again, the window here is getting smaller and smaller, and that's kind of, I'm using this as an example because A, I can only go so far back on sales, and B, that's you having the mindset of paying an extra premium for these faster turnaround times. If you want to pay $150 to get your card back ASAP, go ahead. You got to send them at least a $150 card. You're not maximizing on the value because the card went down 11%. Third and final example here is a Joe Burrow 2020 Prism PSA 10. On July 1st, let's just say we're going to pay that $300 fee, right? July 1st, this Joe Burrow PSA 10 card sold for $270. Close to a $300 card. July 17th, last sold for $243.71. Not much of a dip, but again, 10.787% margin loss. These are just examples that I wanted to pull up and show you that the turnaround time of your cards is vitally crucial. And you could do this and try to find tons of other examples, or you could find examples that prove me wrong. But again, the fact is that PSA turnaround times are extremely long, and you're losing value with you waiting for your cards to come back, unless you pay a super premium to get your cards back in a reasonable manner. But I don't know about you, but I don't have $300 to throw around to get a $100 card graded. I mean, you might, but I certainly don't. So that was the purpose of this video, was to just simply educate you about PSA and their grading service fees and their turnaround times. This isn't a comparison video to other grading companies. I just really want to educate people because a lot of people, even from the poll that I had, really do favor PSA. And hey, I have no problem with you having a preference. I have a preference, and you guys know that. But again, where a lot of people look at this hobby as now a business, which if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. I'll leave a card to it right up here. A lot of people look at this hobby as now a business. What makes sense most for your business, specifically my business? $300 and get my card back within a week, 10 days? $150 to get my card back within a month? $30 to get my card back in 3-4 months? It just, think about it, guys. Use some common sense here. That's all I wanted to talk about in today's video, and I really hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please make sure you smash the thumbs up button. Comment down below. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? I can't wait to read and reply to any and all comments. But most importantly, please consider hitting that giant red subscribe button if you haven't done so already. as I would really appreciate the love and support. That's going to do it for this video. I've queued up an excellent video right here for you guys that I do strongly believe is going to be excellent for your sports card journey. So hopefully I'll see you there.